Alien
versus Predator. Today we are going to be redesigning them. So there's no doubt whatsoever that the original designers of Alien and Predator did absolutely amazing work.
Like if you gave a silhouette of Alien or Predator, most people would recognize it.
It was something that nobody had ever seen before.
But I think in the decades since, there has been an oversaturation of that sort of aesthetic in the character design world because those characters were so inspired like all the generations of artists that came after them. I guess our challenge today is like, how can we give these beloved characters a revamp while still honoring the essence of the original?
Is that what we're doing?
I'm gonna draw Alien. I spent middle school and high school growing up in Thailand, and my name Ariel always became Alien.
And I'll be doing Predator. So I think for me, doing Predator, there are a few non-negotiable things that I need to achieve today. I need to make sure that they are hunters and that they are hunters for sport, not for survival. Some sort of advanced technology or power suit and guns and something that isn't just biological. And I need to make them look extraterrestrial. They are an alien after all, they're not from planet Earth. So I think as long as I tick those 3 boxes, that's all I need to do. So just analyzing the current Predator design, you can see that they've got a lot of like Rastafarian influences. They've got these like quills on the back of their head that kind of looks like dreadlocks. They've got this really weird shaped head. I think their most iconic feature is the mandibles, so like the jaw basically, the teeth. Yeah, they've sort of got like, you'll notice that snakes tend to have this thing where their jaw can like, it's not dislocating, but it's like...
It does dislocate. It does.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to have a snake. I'd watch it go like...
Oh, they've got all this really cool gear, like nets and guns and camouflage, but there's a lot of things that I'd like to move away from as well. I think that the Rastafarian look and the mandibles, they're very iconic, but they're not what makes it a Predator. There was actually a previous design that was scrapped, and it's very different.
Is that him? Is that the original Predator?
Yeah. What I like about it is it feels a lot more like primal, I guess. I know Predator isn't necessarily meant to be a primal character, they're actually meant to be quite advanced. I kind of want to like strip it back a little bit and make it seem like years of evolution has turned this character into a predator. I'm also taking a lot of inspiration from the movie Prey, which is a Predator movie, but they've sort of redesigned the Predator to be a lot more primal as well. And that's more scary to me. I find that more scary than having a humanoid sort of bipedal guy who's just walking around. I think that having that animal essence is going to make it a lot more scary. So one thing that creature designers often do is they use like real world biology to sort of justify the decisions that they make. So I started my research by looking at just a list of apex predators and trying to work out like what design features make them predatory. So cutting out all of the sea creatures and the birds, so I've just got land animals left. You've basically got like lions and big cats, you've got bears, you've got wolves. They've all got these really predatory features, like they've got the forward-facing eyes so they can lock in and focus on their prey. They've got big teeth and big claws, obviously, for slashing and biting. They're also adapted for running really fast. They're all quadrupedal, which means they all walk on 4 legs, and that sort of gives them the speed that they need to catch a prey. So I'm going to take a lot of these features and try to incorporate them in my design a little bit.
You know what would be a challenge?
Yeah.
Design a predator with side-facing eyes like Prey. Still make him look intimidating.
Oh my goodness. I think it's so hard to do that without making it look like dorky, you know? Like the side eyes. Like a goat.
Dude, if a goat was like chasing me, trying to kill me, that would actually be scary.
One thing that I think really limited the Predator's original design is the fact that it had to be made into a movie. The Predator had to be a design that could be worn by a man in a suit, basically. This meant that the Predator had very like humanoid features. So one thing that I really want to play around with today is the proportions. Maybe making it look a little bit less human and something that doesn't look like a guy wearing a costume. The default thing to do is add back the mandibles because they're a very iconic feature of Predator. But I feel like that doesn't really suit Predator because they don't hunt for survival, they don't hunt for food, they hunt for sport. I do want something that's a little bit different from just like you know, a wolf jaw or a bear jaw or something like that. So I do want to add something that's a little bit different so it does look alien, but I also want to make it look like that it can tear you apart. But not to eat you, just to like...
Just for fun.
Just to kill you, you know? That's what I want. I've decided to give my predator multiple nostrils. I think it's a good idea. One, because it makes it look more alien, because not a lot of creatures have multiple nostrils. And two, I feel like it would need to smell, because it's a predator. It needs to smell its prey. So I'm prioritizing the nostrils. And I'm trying to make it like not look like a dog nostril or a bear nostril. I'm trying to make it look a little bit more like sleek and, I don't know, just different. So I'm sort of toying around with the idea of giving predator extra arms. I think just having 2 legs and 2 arms, it feels really earthly, it feels really humanoid, so I just want to sort of divert from that a little bit. I couldn't decide between whether I wanted like gigantic claws for like slashing or more like dexterous hands for like, you know, shooting and holding tools, because it does have that technology and it will need to use it.
And painting and doing fine art.
Yeah. So I think having like 2 sets of arms, I could sort of have both ways, like one set of arms for like actually grabbing onto your prey, and then the second set of arms for like shooting or throwing or, you know, pressing buttons on his wrist thing. If you're wondering what brushes we're using today and what brushes we use every day at Insert Art, it is Jazz's Ultimate Digital Brushes. 83 incredible professional digital brushes, pencils, watercolors, inks, textures, everything that you need to get started, or if you're already a professional artist. Fully compatible with Photoshop, Procreate, and Clip Studio Paint. If you're looking to improve your art skills, we've also got a digital painting handbook, which tells you all our tips and secrets how to make awesome digital art. You can actually get them together for a discounted price. Otherwise, if you're just looking at the brushes, you can get a discount using the code INSERTBRUSHES.
Iconic elements. Definitely the head. You show anyone that big, like elongated bean-shaped head, they know it's alien.
Yeah.
And also like that other little head, that second set of jaws that comes out instead of a tongue.
Ugh.
Yes.
Hate that.
Love it. A combination of organic forms and mechanical forms. So all of them have this like weird external rib cage.
It makes you think that it's hungry, you know, and it'll come come and eat you.
Yeah, oh yeah, skinny creature, big jaws. I decided to just go back to the OG and kind of break that down. Way too humanoid, so I needed to push those proportions to make it just like contorted and ugly.
Yeah.
I started with a few different gesture lines. And I started with a sketch and it just wasn't quite working because I really wanted to showcase the main feature that I was gonna change about him. I decided that him having 2 mouths, just a mouth within a mouth, was not enough to satiate a hungry boy.
You added a 3rd mouth.
No, I added more than that. So his rib cage can also like completely open up like a jaw.
Oh my goodness.
And then he's got another set of teeth in there. So he can he can ingest you like directly into his stomach.
Damn, like quick access to the digestive system.
Exactly.
Love it.
And as for his 6-fingered hands, I was thinking of, I think it's the angel from Hellboy, where he's got like all these eyes on his crest and he's also got eyes on his palms. And I decided to make his hands a bit more like face huggers and like put a mouth on the underside as well.
Because Predator is very like cold and calculated and thinks things through. But Alien is kind of doesn't really have that same like sentience.
It's just like raw instinct.
Yeah, exactly.
So now he's hungry and now he's got 6 mouths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just gonna eat everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And when he pins down his prey, like while his face is eating your face, his stomach's eating your stomach, and his limbs are eating your limbs.
So have you thought about like the different stages of the alien? Their different stages all look so different to each other. So having, like, you've sort of got a bit of a chest burster and a bit of a face hugger and a bit of xenomorph. You sort of like mix them all together.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize like he's his own chest burster.
Yeah, so I feel like it feels more cohesive.
My chest burster, face hugging, all in one.
All in one. You just need to like give it an egg as well, and then it's done.
Oh, should I give it an egg? In the end, when I step back and I look at this, well, it's definitely Alien. But that being said, I'm then not sure how successful I was at redesigning because it is so clearly a xenomorph.
Yeah. I feel like there are a few things that maybe could have been changed, like the long head could have been fun to play around with that.
But again, I'm not sure how well it lived up to the challenge of redesigning per se.
That's the thing, when the designs are too good, you don't want to stray too far.
Yeah.
Kind of my intention was to try and make it as dissimilar to Predator, but with the same function. I think maybe I strayed a little bit too far away. If you take a closer look at Predator, you'll sort of notice that he's got lots of skulls and trophies from all his supposed kills. So, especially because they hunt for sport, I think having some more trinkets would have been a little bit cooler and a little bit closer to the original design.
He doesn't have the fishnet stockings.
The fishnet stockings. That's where I went wrong.
You feel like you may have strayed a bit too far from the original design, and I may not have strayed far enough. So somewhere between our two lies the perfect balance. So we should average this. So there's not Alien versus Predator. It's Alien plus Predator divided by 2.
Last but not least, a huge thank you to our wonderful patrons for keeping the channel running and giving us all the moral support that we need to do artworks like this. And if you guys are interested in getting Jazz's Ultimate Digital Brush Pack, check out the link in the description below. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.